discussing political affiliations and how to handle them in a relationship. We know that some couples belong to different political parties, and now we found out who won. How do you handle your relationship moving forward while still remaining loyal to your party? The hashtag to use to join the conversation is Breakfast Daily, and our WhatsApp line is 0550585832. If you're outside Ghana, please use the country code +233 and we will hear from you. I have with me Reverend Bernie Osei-Duah, and he's going to walk us through it all. He's a performance consultant and a coach. Good morning, Bernie.
Good morning, Dziffa.
It's so refreshing to see you in person.
Thanks for having me today.
How have you been? How was the election season for you?
It's been good. I've just enjoyed. I don't belong to any of the big ones, so.
Okay. Don't tell me you are troublesome.
Oh, no,
Don't tell me which one.
No, I think for fun's sake, I like to say I'm with Ekwiadonko.
Oh.
But I don't actually know the name of the party anyway, so I'm just neutral. I think I know Ghana is not a party, but I'm for what will let our country and our nation move forward.
Nice. Now, couples and their political affiliations, how do they handle it now?
The truth is that it's fairly common. Mm-hmm. A study was conducted in 2016 in the United States, and 30% of households actually have, either, let's say, one partner is with a big or the other, and also one partner is either with a big or an independent candidate. So there are a couple of households that have it, and in Ghana, there are a lot of case studies we can use actually in this conversation. Okay. I think earlier on a discussion was going on that I think the assistant director for Maslock, who is an MPP lady, Madam Akoto or something, Akoto, got married to one of these NDC gurus, and there was a lot of hula baloos about it as to, hey, what's going to happen? Some information will,
spill over.
Exactly, kind of a thing. So. Not just them, but there are so many people in Ghana today. I mean, we can look at the Jinapor brothers. Yeah. John Jinapor belonging to NDC, and the younger one, also belonging to NPP, and so many of them. I learned this week that Her Excellency the Second Lady, Samira Baumia's brother, just won a seat in Adenta for NDC, and she's with NPP. So. I mean, these are, there. It's fairly there. But I think, like you said, the challenge is with how it's handled. And that is the major thing that, we need to look at.
So how do you handle that? I mean, I don't know if we should look at siblings, Samira and Adamu, or we should look at relationships. But let's look at relationships. You're dating, you're married, you were hoping your party would win. They didn't win. You're disappointed, and here your partner is celebrating and having the time of his life. How do you handle that?
So before I get into my pointers, based on this questioning, I think it's ideal to understand that politics is very sensitive, and many times it's very emotional. Yeah. People invest a lot of emotions into it, and if you're not careful and it's not handled well, you could actually get a lot of rift at home. Yeah. I know siblings that for 8 years has never spoken. Wow. They don't greet themselves. They don't.
Why?
Yeah, because someone passed a comment that something was playing in the media, and someone passed a comment about it. She responded. The sibling also responded. That's it. Got into a fight, and they've never spoken for 8 years. So these things can be very, very sensitive and dicey. And it's ideal that in handling, we consider some few things. Okay. So I think out of the discussion, there are some maybe about 5-6 pointers that I wanted to share. Okay. The first one is that for you to be able to handle this effectively, number one, assume that your partner wants the best for the community and for the family. Okay. I say this because, people support ideas because it resonates with their values. All right? So they will go with a particular mindset or ideology because it resonates with something they believe in, and when I understand that and I assume that whatever you believe in is for the fact, that you want the best for the community, like I do, then I must be able to respect where you stand and what ideology you support. All right, so that's always the first thing, being able to come to the place of assuming that your partner wants the best, just like you also want the best. They only believe in different things and they value different things. Like we all have different tastes and preferences. Secondly, you must be able to determine your shared values.
Okay.
As couples, as partners, it's ideal for you to understand what your shared values are. Now, in as much as we might have differences in the ideologies we believe in, there are some things that we must agree, to disagree on, and there are some things we must disagree to agree on. Now, this is ideal in the fact that, for example, I heard Honorable Boniface speak to a group of people, and he spoke about the fact that he has a brother that belongs to the opposition. But, he's never been in opposition. His brother comes to power, he will chop. When he comes to power, the brother will chop, no matter, what happens. So for him, he's been able to understand together with that brother, establish that understanding that, listen, we need to do what is better for our families. When I come to power, whatever you need that I can help and support, I will do that. And when you come to power, whatever I need and you can support it, make that happen.
So for couples who don't even benefit from whichever political party is in power but still feel so strongly to it, what should they agree or disagree on?
So this is where they need to have that conversation.
Okay.
Because if people that are benefiting directly from the wins of whoever, come to power, and you and I that are maybe 2,000 generations of regular citizenry, what exactly are we fighting about?
So what if, let's say, your partner is always insulting members of the political party you belong to? Granted, we agree on ideologies. I agree that your political party may want to serve the community. But every time I see leaders of your party on TV, I start insulting them. Is that something we should...
Obviously, you and I know that it won't pan well because remember what I said in the beginning, it's sensitive and it's emotional. I wouldn't want you to pass comments and to, bring out insults for things that I believe and I value. You might not, but I do. You can make those statements, but it's better made in my absence. But if I'm present or you are there and these things are being passed, on, it becomes a challenge. That means that you're feeling the emotions to get to the place where it becomes difficult to control. And like I always said, don't drive your car down a deep winding steepy roads if your brakes are not good.
Don't drive your car down
a deep winding steepy road if your brakes are not good.
So don't even go there.
It's happening.
So how do you handle, for instance, your boyfriend telling you to vote for his party? Let's say I'm neutral like you, I could care less, and my boyfriend is like, please vote for my party. And then he finds out that I didn't even vote at all. And now he's upset with me because maybe that one vote could have helped
them to win. Yeah.
How do you handle that?
The truth is, it's happened. And there needs to be a lot of emotional maturity, what today you and I might refer to as emotional intelligence in how we handle things. There are some things you can never go back to redo, if you like, or to, undo. So let's say, for instance, I did not go to vote at all. You asked me to. I said, okay, I will. Because initially, I had made my mind that I wouldn't. Now, it so came to the fact that I didn't. Maybe I went there, the queues were longer. So I decided, nah, let me go and come back. I couldn't do that.
So explain that.
Exactly. Okay. And sometimes you never even get a chance to explain yourself. Because maybe he or she might feel so disappointed that you couldn't hold your end of the bargain. And proud to that, it becomes a fight.
True.
But it's another fight that we'll see another day. Just what's important is that be emotionally intelligent about it, because you can't go back and ask the EC to set up a new police station
just
for you.
Walk us through the rest.
All right, thank you. So the next one I want to add is, so I've spoken about determine your shared values. The third one is decide to be curious, not furious.
Curious, not furious.
Decide to find out the whys. So they make a statement, they pass a comment, find out why. Don't go into the fury, arena. Because those are the things that brings all the emotion, heat ups and the different arguments that can end in fights. Number 4, keep your reactivity in check. Keep your reactivity in check.
So it was you that said you can defer your anger. So
you can postpone your reaction.
Postpone our reaction.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And it's ideal that you are able to do this. Take time to notice the triggers. There are things that your partner can say that triggers you. And we all know what buttons to punch to get your partner to react. And these are the things that as partners, you must be able to have that understanding and work towards it. All right? So keep your reactivity in check. The next one is know the deal breakers. So there are some things that must be established as no-nos at home. No-nos. No matter what happens, it shouldn't happen. For example, I know a couple, that belong to obviously different, political parties to make it even more exciting, NDC and PP. But one of the ground rules they have is that never bring your political friends to have meetings at home. Whatever meetings you want to have, take it out. Discuss, have the freedom to say whatever you want to say. But our home is our home. So be able to have those, deal breakers established. Have those lines drawn so that you both will be able to see that as the pact signed by the two parties. So maybe at home, you should have your own pact you signed to, kind of a thing. Maybe the last two I just want to add. Number one, the fifth one is recognize that you probably cannot change their minds. So when I belong to my Equiadonko, like I said, and
then I'll do troublesome.
All right, cool.
But then we have more votes than you.
It's okay, I
and this is what not to do at home. We have more votes than you.
Tiny said. Tiny said, "Call here for me, here town fable." In other words, if you're more handsome than me,
does not know.
It's okay.
Iman doesn't know, so you have to do it.
So
my director.
If you're more handsome than me, I'm more uglier than you.
Okay.
So whichever way you come, someone is leading.
Yeah.
So you lead in beauty. Anyway. Exactly.
What's the last one?
And then I spoke about emotional intelligence, but the seventh one I want to add is seek therapy. One thing that a lot of people don't get is how, psychologists and, relationship coaches can help your relationship find this balance, to talk through the toughest conversations. And it's ideal that you can be able to find a therapy, the conversations that can help establish this thing so that you can have all your political energy, but your home must be a home. Because Barack Obama said something, maybe let me end there.
Okay.
People are fighting friends and family based on political ideologies. But they must always remember that in the day you have a need, it is family and friends that will support you, not the government.
Let's end it there. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Reverend
Dziffa.
Osei-Duah, for being with us. It's always a privilege
Thank you,
to have
Dziffa.
you with us.
Thank you.
As he said, put whatever differences aside, focus on what your partner and his or her party want to do for the community. Emotional intelligence, emotional intelligence, emotional intelligence, and set boundaries. There are certain things that shouldn't come into your relationships, right? And at the end of the day, your family and friends will be there for you, not your political party. There's no reason to, fight them because of your political affiliations. Hi there. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends.
This is Breakfast Daily on Citi TV.
Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10. Join us for breakfast daily, only on Citi TV.